Hi everyone, happy Friday. It's our Friday assembly, but today it's going to be led by Pastor Nick. We've missed him here in school during lockdown, and he's going to come to you today virtually from Bourne Baptist Church, and the theme of his assembly is trust, so we look forward to that in a minute. First though, just to let you know about some things coming up next week. It's Children's Art Week here in the UK, so get involved with the theme of the natural world next week. If you do any art at home that you want to share with us, you can pop it on your Purple Mash page or email it in to the year group email address to share what you've been up to. I'm going to pass over to Pastor Nick now, and I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Bye now.
Well, good morning. It's great to see you all again. Usually I visit you to take an assembly, but today you are visiting me. So may I welcome you to Bourne Baptist Church. And as you know, my name's Nick, and it's great that I'm able to take an assembly for you today. And today we'll be thinking about trust. This may be a tricky word to understand, but it's so important that we do understand it. Especially like if you are a staff and the head, or maybe you're the children and you need to trust the teacher. Trust is very important in life, and we all need to be able to trust people. Let's take a moment and all think about some examples of trust from our own experience. Perhaps you've lent things to a friend and trusted them to return them. Or maybe you've trusted somebody to meet you at a certain place. You said, I'll arrange to meet you here, and you trust that they'll be there. Now, I have been trusted on several occasions to do things, and unfortunately on one time I got it wrong. I thought to myself I was trusted to look after a flan dish that my wife had let me borrow, and unfortunately on returning it to her I dropped it. So fortunately she did forgive me. But unfortunately, the trust there, I wasn't able to keep it. Now, to help us understand trust, I'm going to carry out an experiment, which I hope will demonstrate what trust really means. Now, I just want to give you a safety warning, and that is to say that please don't try this. Okay, this is an experiment that I'm carrying out under tight regulations, and therefore it's okay for me to do it. I don't want to see you, or I don't want to hear that you've done this in the playground with your friends. So please don't do this. Okay, this is just something that I'm using as an experiment to give you an example. But don't do it yourselves. So I'm going to invite my daughter in a minute to come and help me with this. But it's something that we used to do in some ways. Trust was developed when she was a lot younger. When we used to go swimming, she would stand on the side of the pool, and then I would stand in the pool and I'd say, go on, jump, and I'll catch you. And she would say, oh, I don't know. I said, no, I'll catch you. And then she would jump and I would catch her as she came into the water. So the trust between me and her was developed at a very young age. So what I'm hoping is that through this experiment, we can still see that my daughter trusts me. So I'm going to invite her up now, and she's going to come. And then the plan is she's going to fall backwards and I'm going to catch her. Okay, and she trusts that I will catch her. So when I say go, she's going to fall backwards and I'll catch her because she trusts me. Okay, go. Well, do you think she trusted me? I think she did, because she did fall backwards. She didn't even look to see if I was there. She knew that I would be trustworthy, that she could trust that I would catch her. Now, Christians think that this is a bit how trusting God is like. God doesn't catch us in his arms when we fall, but Christians believe that God protects and cares for people and can be trusted at all times. Now I'm going to read something from Psalm 46, which is a bit of the Bible. It's in the Old Testament, and it says this in verses 1 to 3. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth gives way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging. This is a big picture of God and makes big promises about what he can do. It doesn't mean that Christians believe that bad things will never happen to them, but that the whole of God's creation is good and that he can give us strength and help if we ask him when we find life difficult. So when we face things that are difficult, like these times with the COVID-19 virus, or moving on to a new school or a new class, moving to a new house, or perhaps someone we love is ill, we can feel a bit unsure. And there are probably other examples where you think, I felt unsure. And at these times, we can think about the people we trust and turn to them for help. And maybe that could be a policeman, it could be your parents, it could be your teachers, it could be your grandparents, or maybe a friend. But it will be someone else that you know that you can trust. And I want to suggest that in addition to these people, I want to say that Christians believe, and I believe, that we can trust God and turn to him for help, because he won't let us down. God won't drop us. I want us to take a moment to reflect on what I've shared this morning. So I'm going to suggest this is the question I want you to reflect on. Is there anything in your life that you are not sure about, or perhaps a little bit worried about? Who do you trust to help you? So take a moment now and reflect on those two questions. I want to thank you for allowing me to come into your school, but also I hope you've loved coming and joining me in the church. It's been great to do this assembly. I look forward to seeing you again soon, and I hope that you stay safe and well. I'm going to finish with a prayer. Dear God, thank you that we can always trust you. We know that you won't ever let us down or leave us on our own. You are always there for us. Amen. See you later.